Hulk Hogan, yeah. You say you don't know where the Macho Man is coming from? Yeah, you're right. You don't know anything about the Macho Man, Randy Savage, and where I'm coming from. Because it's mind-boggling to you, yeah. How one man could make it to the top of the World Wrestling Federation mountain, yeah. All by myself. No pukesters helping me to the left. And no pukesters helping me to the right. Didn't need them then, don't need them now. And another person I don't need is Elizabeth either, yeah. Cause I'm the champion by myself, all by myself. You don't know where I'm coming from, Hulk Hogan, this Sunday afternoon. But I know where you're coming from, yeah. I know everything about Hulk Hogan, yeah. I know what makes you tick, yeah. And you've got the audacity, yeah, to say that in WrestleMania 5, that Hulkamania is gonna survive. You don't know me, Hulk Hogan. You don't know where I'm coming from. After I beat you with that big elbow and pin you 1, 2, 3, guaranteed victory. I'm gonna tell you and all the pukesters out there one last time before this Sunday afternoon. Hulkamania is dead.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the John and Ant Show. Johnny.
This is Ant.
Wow.
Yep. Macho Man is not happy.
Macho Man's not happy at all. The pukester, as he's referring to Hulk Hogan.
And the pukesters.
And the little pukesters.
Yep.
Wow. Intense Macho Man. That's what I loved about Macho Man. His promos were really intense back in the day, and, you know, wish he was still here, but, that was from WrestleMania. It was the match leading up to WrestleMania 5. Yeah, intense, and obviously it didn't end Hulkamania, because Hulkamania lived on.
Indeed, it still does.
Still does. And TNA.
Oh, no, it still does. You know, there are still plenty of people who know who Hulk Hogan is.
Oh, of course. Of course. We had the final Raw before WrestleMania last night.
Yep.
And we're live from a sold-out Washington, D.C. as Cena starts off the show.
Yep, Cena started off the show with one of his promos. If you watch this without any bias and ignoring the crowd,
yes,
this was a good promo.
The crowd really. I don't.
The reason being because this was it was a typical John Cena promo.
It was.
You know, the way he delivered it and all that stuff. But the things he said, you know, he was on point.
There was a boring chant.
Yeah.
A lot of Cena sucks, you know, stuff like that. It was crazy how many boos he got.
Yeah, more than usual.
Exactly.
Because as of late, he hasn't been getting booed out of the arena. He's been getting mixed reactions.
Yes.
You know.
This was straight up boos, and I was trying. Like I said, we were all talking last night. I was watching. I'm like, why is everyone? You know, it's all boos.
Yeah. And
Washington D.C. is not known for a smart town. It's, you know, just Washington. You know, that's it. They're just fans. I never expected that. Like, I figured the.
But that doesn't necessarily mean they're smarks.
It is East Coast though, so I understand.
No, but that doesn't mean they're smarks though. It just means that they're rock fans. That's all.
Big rock fans,
Big rock fans, because I mean, even in some smart towns, you will see Rock not get a huge ovation.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
I think one of them was last week. Last week, I don't remember John Cena or The Rock getting a huge pop when their music hit.
Good point.
So, and this time it was just lopsided. I think it's just more people in Washington, D.C. support The Rock than they do John Cena. But again, the promo, what he said wasn't bad. Maybe the delivery, I guess, to some people it's stale.
It was typical, you know. Yeah. He yelled and screamed, you know, and did the typical John Cena promo he does. Mm-hmm. I'm more afraid of him winning and getting booed out of the building. Mm. You know, because that's...
Well, that's very possible.
It is very possible.
It's a big possibility that could happen. Starting with the fact that not everyone wanted to see this match. At least, no smart wanted to see this match again.
No. But
and they're going to a town where there will a city where there will be many of them in the stadium. But
80,000 strong.
I will be interested to see the reception these guys get.
That is true. I think, like I said, going by that, I see Dolph Ziggler, Bryan, those kind of guys getting a pop. The Miz gonna get booed most likely because he sucks.
Or getting nothing.
I hope so.
He might be in the pre-show.
Yes,
with Wade Barrett apparently.
Yes, it's an interactive match, which is maybe they're gonna turn the match into something.
It's gonna be like who wants to drive the Miz home?
I do.
No, who would want to stay? Nobody wants to take the Miz home. Well, if it means getting him off of WrestleMania, so we never have to see him again.
Definitely.
I'd be the first one to volunteer.
Definitely. Well, we'll talk about WrestleMania 29 a little bit later.
Yeah.
It was your Cena typical promo.
Yeah.
He still yells like a little girl. I don't know why. She just cut a promo and leave. Do that, but he has to scream.
Yeah, the champ is here. He did mention that The Rock did bring in a new WWE title. He also said that if he beats The Rock for it, he will not replace the title. He's going to continue to have that one because he wants to show that, he doesn't have the problem with the title itself. It's just that The Rock decided to, as the John Cena put it,
yes,
usher in the People's Era. So John Cena would just see it as a message that even though that title was created for The Rock, that John Cena ended up being the one who defends it.
Of course.
Day in, day out. He also mentioned that that it's going to be The Rock, the first title defense for his new title, that he will end up losing it. Like I said, this wasn't a bad promo.
It wasn't. You just have to minus the crowd out of the deal.
Yeah.
But that's the way the crowds are.
With John Cena, you have to have a certain standard. You know how good it's going to get. Last week we got something above. How can I put this? Above average from John Cena.
See, to me, I think he was eating it up in the ring because he was smiling and all that, and he knew he was getting booed. Like,
at this point, John Cena's
enjoying
used to it. Yeah, at this point, he's used to it.
So just turn heel already. If you're enjoying it that much,
I wish that was his decision.
Just turn heel. You know people hate you. Mm-hmm. You're smiling why they're booing you, so just do it already.
Well, I mean, John Cena, that's not his decision. I mean, at this point, maybe it's something he wanted to do. I mean, the problem with that is if John Cena goes heel, you won't sell the merch, and he won't be.
His merch will get. You know what the problem is?
He won't be able to grant those wishes either.
The merchandise will still be sold, but to the adults.
What about the Make-A-Wish Foundation?
You can still do that at the same time, or find yourself a new face.
They don't have confidence. They don't have enough confidence in any of the other superstars to find.
I don't know. You have R-Truth doing the Make-A-Wish this week. You have Santino doing the Make-A-Wish this week.
You can't compare those two to John Cena.
No, I understand you can't compare those two.
John Cena, like I said, it's like comparing, and this is nothing against him, a Honky Tonk Man to Hulk Hogan back in the day. One of them is the prime attraction, and the other ones, although they might be the better wrestler,
definitely,
they're not going to draw the same way the top dog does.
I agree.
And you take John Cena, you make him heel. Who's going to grant the wishes? It's going to have to be all the other faces in a collective effort.
Might as well. I mean, you have the Miz doing stuff now. He's the face right now.
Yeah, but again, that would also
Ryback.
That would also cost more money, because that means you'd have to start paying more money to ship these superstars to these places, as opposed to just one that everybody wants to see. It seems to be a business decision. Like I said, that's what they're treating it like. Otherwise, for storyline purposes, John Cena would have went heel many years.
I think he is heel in this, even though they're both faces. Because The Rock's going to get a huge ovation, I think, at Mania, and Cena's going to be the one that's going to get booed.
He is somewhat of a heel. But not because of.
No, not because who he's.
Not because he's getting booed, but because of
who he's facing.
Of who he's facing. And also what some of the things that John Cena has said. This is like the Shawn Michaels Hulk Hogan feud. Where they're both essentially faces, but Shawn Michaels pulls heel tactics.
Yes.
He blindsides Hogan, he makes fun of him, he mocks him, just things like that. And then the feud ends, and Shawn Michaels is right back to being a face.
Yeah, right? Right back.
So, I mean, take that for what it's worth. That's probably what... I just don't see how they can do that again, though.
Good point.
I don't see how they, because John Cena's already lost to The Rock once, and they can't just. Would WWE really? Can they be that stupid enough to just let it happen again? I believe they are. That if John Cena were to lose, he'd still just be maybe throwing a tantrum, but not turn full-fledged heel.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, that's about it. That's what I think about it. So.
It's everyone else has an opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I said, it was just good promo. By
That being said, this
minus
promo
the crowd.
this promo didn't have anything on his promo last week. Last week's was good. We saw a little bit of character development from John Cena, which is something we haven't seen in years, where he actually admits to not being able to get over the match with The Rock, where he says that he didn't lose the match.
Okay.
Well, where The Rock didn't beat him.
I get you.
That he beat himself. So.
That after Cena, we got the Super Friends walking in the back.
Yep.
Big Show, Orton, and Sheamus, and they're facing the 3-man band.
The 3-man band, baby. 3MB. So obviously, WWE doesn't know their true talent. So the ones who are less talented are going to win this match. With the spot where all of them hit their finishers.
They gave 3-man band a little bit of time.
A little bit of time, yeah. And then match ended with the WMD to Big Show's WMD to Jinder Mahal.
You okay?
No. I'm
you
not
okay?
I'm not okay.
You really hit him. I think you should check on him.
I called him up last night. He's doing okay. He just can't remember his name. That's all.
He can't remember his name.
That's all it is. No, nothing special from this match. I mean,
no, of course not.
What's going to happen? 3MB's going to win? No, they're not going to win.
No, absolutely not.
Especially not against this team.
Super push for the 3-man band.
I do, like I said before, I'm glad they're not giving Big Show the usual face turn that they usually do give him, which is he came out as Pee-wee's cousin. He inexplicably goes from this monster to waving to the crowd and dancing and things like that.
Yeah, he dressed as Pee-wee's cousin. It was hilarious. I thought it was so funny.
And even this heel turn doesn't make much sense. No. Why he doesn't do the dancing anymore and all that stuff. But
but the Shield appeared and they cut a promo.
Yeah.
Which was pretty good. After that, HBK, why are you here?
Well, he has to.
Of course, we have to involve him somehow, some way. I love the guy, but come on, you can't leave him off one WrestleMania.
Well, you know why they do this. Well, I mean, his reason is because he's Mr. WrestleMania.
Of course.
He supports his best friend. Blah blah blah. But I feel like they're also using this because they know that Triple H might not get the support from the crowd that the WWE wants him to get.
Yes.
Everybody's aware of Triple H's backstage shenanigans. Politics. Everybody's aware of how he put himself on top.
Yep.
How he buried superstars left and right at some point.
Right, Kendrick Boland.
No, I'm not even talking about just them. I'm talking about potential, superstars.
You're right.
I mean, you look at the early 2000s. Booker T's been buried by him. RVD.
But he stepped up.
Even Kane. It was ridiculous.
It was, but that's what happened when you're married to the boss's daughter.
Yeah. You
have control, and Vince is obviously not taking the reins anymore. He just doesn't care.
And like I said before, Smarks don't like this one bit.
Of course.
And they'll let Triple H know it.
They do.
They'll let Triple H know it. I believe that's why they're putting Shawn Michaels in that corner, because they know that even though
Brock Lesnar's going to get cheered.
I wouldn't be surprised if he does. But it would be interesting to see because, look, I believe the only one who's going to get cheered a lot in that match is Shawn Michaels. If he steps in,
that's
if
true.
he steps in, because remember, it's no holds barred.
Yeah, that's true.
It's no holds barred. And I will say that the problem with the stipulation is Shawn Michaels was there last year already.
Okay. I know it's true.
What's unique about that?
Nothing. It was a special guest referee, correct?
He was a special guest referee, and I feel like because of all the stuff that Triple H does backstage, that he's done backstage, they need Shawn Michaels in that corner so he doesn't get booed out of the arena.
Definitely.
Thing is, Shawn Michaels is going to get cheered. Triple H is going to be, I don't know what kind of reception he's going to get, but it should be interesting. He usually gets a good one at WrestleMania.
He does. But you will again.
Now, you're saying that Brock Lesnar might get cheered.
Yes.
I would like to think so, but I don't know if that would happen either, because
I think so.
Smarks might remember WrestleMania 20, how he left, and how he still apparently doesn't care about the business.
He signed a 2-year deal, so I would pretty much think he cares.
Yeah, how many dates? If it's anything like last year,
I mean, I think he's
with the ridiculous amount of dates and that much money, you obviously don't care about the business as much as
what do you think the Rock's
other people
doing?
do.
He's got the Rock's deal.
Well, the thing is, what's Brock Lesnar doing besides wrestling?
That's a good point.
All right, what's the Rock doing besides wrestling?
Well, we know what the Rock's doing.
He's got like 3 movies out already.
No, I understand.
And he's doing Hercules or
who
whatever.
knows? Maybe things will change after this. But I know he's rumored for SummerSlam, and I know he's rumored for Extreme Rules and Payback. I think.
Well, I know he might be confirmed for Extreme Rules. I don't know about the other ones. I would imagine he's going to show up at SummerSlam.
That's, like I said, they want Punk against Brock, which would be interesting.
Yeah.
Both Paul Heyman guys going at each other, which I would not mind. It could be a good match. I like to see who Paul Heyman sides with, Yeah. Because to be honest,
I would figure Brock Lesnar would dominate that match, though.
I think so. I mean, it would make sense. Back to Raw.
Which means that Punk would probably have to be the face.
Oh, definitely.
Now, we'll get into that later, concerning CM Punk.
Yes. And also Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter, they cut a promo in Washington, D.C. with the White House in the background. Both speak about winning the title. From Del Rio, Swagger welcomes us to his America. We the people.
We the people.
We the people. Matt Striker's backstage with Del Rio. Del Rio cuts a promo on Zeb and Swagger. Apparently, it'll be Zeb Coulter versus Del Rio.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Next we get Daniel Bryan versus Dolph Ziggler. Probably match of the night, pretty much.
Dolph Ziggler versus Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. This isn't the first time we've seen these two guys go at it.
Exactly.
They usually do put on pretty good matches.
Why this match is not at WrestleMania just blows my mind.
Well, half of it is.
Half of it, yeah, you're right.
Because there is still
tag match.
Yeah.
After the match, Big E gets in the ring. Dolph Ziggler wins, by the way. Yeah. Shockingly, after the loss he took to Chris
with some distractions
Jericho.
Outside,
Big E comes in and hits the finisher on Bryan. Kane comes in and helps. Kane grabs Big E for the chokeslam, and Big E reverses it.
Yeah, into a big end. This spot always makes me laugh. The chokeslam, powering out of a chokeslam.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh because the spot is always the same. Whether it be Kane or Big Show or whoever does the chokeslam, they put their hand around somebody's neck, their one hand around somebody's neck, and the other person uses both hands to take it off. 2 hands are almost always going to be stronger than 1 hand.
That's true.
That
right.
has nothing to do with superpowers or anything.
Big E's got superpowers.
Kane's using 1 hand, Big E's using both hands to take it off. And for some reason, people always say, "Oh my goodness, look at that power." He's using 2 hands. He's using 2 hands. Kane's using 1. Give me a break.
No, because he has the other one on his back, so he can't really do much. So he's pretty much got the throat, and he's gonna go lift him, but he only has 1 hand. So obviously, Big E's gonna power out of it.
Yeah,
it's that simple.
Yeah,
it's physics.
So an all right spot, nothing big, no biggie.
But the match was pretty good.
Match was alright, yeah.
Next, obviously we get HBK. He comes to the ring, mentions Triple H, how he backs him up pretty much, and says, he's rooting for him and stuff like that. Well, Paul Heyman comes out.
Well, there was one important spot where he compared his career-threatening match at WrestleMania to Triple H's. He said that in his career-threatening match, his opponent also was heartbroken by it, just as much as Shawn Michaels was, because Undertaker never references it.
Nope.
Well, there were a few parts in the Triple H, but he never brags about it. That's the word.
That's the word.
He never brags about it. Hardly ever mentions it. And Shawn Michaels says that's very different from Brock Lesnar because Brock
It is, 'cause
Lesnar would
Brock
do
Lesnar
it.
just wants to
He wants to destroy him. He wants to hurt
destroy him, beat the living crap out of him.
Triple H is basically saying, "Oh, did you really just come here to try and get me out of it?" And Shawn Michaels basically says, "No, he believes that he's going to beat him at WrestleMania."
That was pretty much it.
That's when Paul Heyman comes out with Brock Lesnar.
Heyman does his promo, typical heel generic promo. Also, we have to talk about the generic pizza joint later.
Okay, we will.
We had problems with the generic pizza joint, but like a typical heel face promo between the two. Nothing special out of this. After that, we got Wade Barrett versus Zack Ryder. Oh, and they did it again. They went back to John Cena's promo twice.
Yes.
Why?
And then they went back to, for some reason, the Super Friends versus the Shield.
They
the
have
3MB.
DVR. You don't have to go back to it.
My problem was, you know what, we shouldn't be calling that group the Super Friends, because Big Show's not a Super Friend.
Yeah,
The Super Friends was when John Cena and Ryback were in.
Yeah.
Because Randy Orton also does lose every
Well,
now
then
and
maybe
then,
this
so.
is the X-Men.
Well, I'm not going to call it any more superhero factions, but I will say, in terms of them going back and looking at video, it does get annoying. I get it. I also didn't. I almost didn't even bother with the WWE app this time.
Yeah, right. I didn't either.
Because I was
just go back. They show the active stuff anyway.
Yeah.
So why have the active stuff when you're gonna show it?
Mm.
It makes no sense. No sense at all. Wade Barrett wins this match. If you guys think Zack Ryder's winning, ha! That's funny. This giant push me thing on his trunk.
Well, he's being pushed down.
He's getting pushed down. Maybe he should reverse it. It should be pushed down, and maybe he'll get a push.
Yeah.
Sorry, Zack Ryder, but yeah, change your attire, or get rid of the push me. Next we get a backstage promo with Brad Maddox and Vicky. When Santino comes in, welcome back, Santino.
Yes.
He says he just saw Vince McMahon storm out, and he's all pissed off, and then Vicky and Brad are like all getting upset, and Santino comes back and says, "April Fools! Ah ha ha ha!" And they put Santino in a match. And right off the bat, who did I guess? Are you falling asleep on me again?
I'm just yawning. Mark Henry. Mark Henry came out, Eclipse, and...
Eclipse!
Pretty much,
Eclipse.
it was a squash match.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, you know, a little humor there from Santino, but that doesn't take away from the fact that it was a squash match. Santino got next to no offense in. World's Strongest Slam.
Mark Henry wins, ridiculous.
Ryback comes out, and basically they still have the no contact clause.
I did like Mark Henry's promo, though.
And he's...
All he could do is just smile. And he smiled! He's got a great smile.
Mark Henry has a great smile.
Yes, he does.
He should use it more often.
Yes.
He should, that's how he should look all the time.
I think so. He smiles, so he's like, yeah. He should be the spokesman for WWE.
Yeah.
Not Cena, because he got a great smile. Boy, you're tired. You gonna fall asleep again? Just like you did yesterday?
Would you like me to?
No.
Alright. So let's keep going. Ryback comes out, and,
yes.
you know, Mark Henry reminded him about that. He did cut that promo. And then, as Mark Henry was leaving the ring, Ryback uses Santino.
Yes.
It's
a battering ram.
It's a battering ram. Bump Mark Henry off the apron.
I didn't touch him.
And, you know, Henry lands on his feet. Now he's a little upset, but then Ryback proceeds to throw Santino onto Mark Henry.
Which was okay. I didn't mind that.
No, it was good. I actually liked it. I liked
mind
it.
it.
You know, it's
Creative.
yeah, creative, but also
The way they said they can't touch each other. So like the way I saw, so this happening was someone gets attacked.
Yeah.
You know, and then, you know, they laugh at them and stuff. No, but this was honestly they did not touch each other at all.
Uh-huh.
You know, you had the weightlifting incident on SmackDown. Now you had Santino getting thrown out. I thought that was pretty cool.
It was.
After that, Swagger is giving Zeb Coulter a pep talk. And did you notice something in this? He touched his beard.
He did. He's just trying to be a nice guy.
Oh yeah, let me touch your beard.
He's their friends.
That makes no
Zeb
sense.
Coulter has gotten Jack Swagger into the main event at WrestleMania.
But why would you touch the man's beard?
Because he appreciates it.
He appreciates the beard. I didn't get it. I wonder if anyone else caught that, but he was rubbing his beard for some odd, mysterious reason. Next, Punk is, Matt Striker's backstage with Punk in the urn.
Generic heel promo.
Yes, generic heel promo.
Moving on.
Moving on. Wow.
No, it's fine because this was generic.
Yes.
Punk makes an appearance later on in the night that we will discuss.
Next we get Zeb Coulter and Del Rio. This was we knew this match wasn't gonna happen. Zeb Coulter hit Del Rio with a crutch. They beat the living crap out of him.
They did.
And there's a picture of the aftermath on online with Del Rio's back, and oh my god, I showed you it.
Yeah, looks pretty brutal. Definitely showing some wounds, but it's funny because when you watch it, Swagger wasn't hitting him all that.
I know, it was more.
We were making fun of it because it was looking like he was tapping him.
Yeah.
Zeb Coulter, on the other hand, I believe it was his crutch that broke.
Yes.
All right, his crutch broke, and I'm guessing the
metal,
whatever broke off, still had some sharp edges, and that did still make contact with Del Rio's back. Unless that's a makeup job.
That's a pretty damn good makeup job, then.
It's been done, but it will be interesting to see.
But remember,
if this could potentially be the new version of the cast, where our rule: if somebody's wearing a cast at WrestleMania, they're gonna win the match.
Well, so far, let's see. Del Rio. Well, how do you do that though? Well, you just put stuff on his back. Make it look good, but.
Because what they could do was
Swagger does have the advantage now, but you never know. Because
what they could do is put that sort of makeup on for the picture, but then say that he's healed up a little bit since then.
You're right.
At WrestleMania, which I believe they probably will do.
Definitely. Next we go back to Cena's promo again.
Yep.
Rock comes out into a huge pop. Biggest pop of the night.
Yeah.
Really shocking how, like I said,
a unanimous crowd almost.
Yeah, it was almost. He couldn't speak once he got to the ring.
Yeah.
I wouldn't speak either, just because of what the crowd's doing. It was, like I said, it was an odd night where Cena got booed.
They might have just really liked G.I. Joe Retaliation.
Oh God. Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah.
But like I said, he didn't talk about the movie. It's not Cena's time right now because his generic face promo. He's going to kick John Cena's ass all over WrestleMania. Notice how he didn't say candy ass this time. He didn't do any of his old stuff like he did on SmackDown.
Yeah.
I'm telling you the reason why he said candy ass like 6 times.
He did do something that was retro.
I call him a jabroni.
No, not that part. There was one part. Well, the promo was basically saying that, John Cena, that's the same stuff you said before last year's WrestleMania and you lost. Things like that. The same thing. He said, you're not just going up against The Rock, you're going up against the millions.
And millions!
Of The Rock's fans. And,
no, he did pull that, which I always like when he does.
Yeah, and John Cena's promo, I neglected.
What I don't like is how he starts his promos now, because he does the talking, and then he goes into finally.
Right. He's got to do that. He's got to get that out of the way.
Well, he should just start with it. Mm-hmm. He always did that. He started with, finally The Rock's come back to New Jersey, finally The Rock's been come back to New York. He always started like that. Now he starts, he talks, and then he goes into it. It's like, start it, then talk. Do what you normally do. Or go back to that point where you used to be doing it. Now it's story, then he does it.
Right.
Come on, Rock. You're better than that.
So yeah, one of the things I didn't mention was one of the biggest points of John Cena's promo early in the night was that he wants The Rock to experience the failure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now,
and again, just
there was no contact this week between the two.
No.
Which was interesting. No face-to-face, no nothing.
Yeah, right.
Rock got the last blow in. If you want to say that, wake up.
Yeah, he did. You keep it up. I really am gonna fall asleep. No, but he did. I just feel like John Cena's might have had more substance because of the fact that he did lose last year.
That's true.
It's nothing against The Rock. It's just that John Cena has more to build off of.
Okay.
He has a better foundation because if you lose a match and you're trying to go in for a quote redemption, you do have a lot to say. The Rock succeeded last year at WrestleMania. He's the current WWE champion. There's really not much else he can say other than "I'll beat you again."
Yes, that's pretty much it.
Now, but although he has been making it work somewhat, like last week. Again, I mean, at least there's some substance to this feud, unlike other ones.
Yes.
This one has been built for a while. Some people think this will be the last straw between the two. Others think it will be extended to last year's WrestleMania for Rock Cena 3.
Like I said, there's a lot of talk of what's going on for next year. We can't
Speculate.
We can't speculate yet. But there's always that big thing before. Like I said, it's WrestleMania. There's always that Raw you have. And we had Brock Lesnar last year. Who's it going to be this year, or what's going to happen?
Or if there will be one.
If there will be one. A lot of people are laughing and saying it's going to be Christian.
Yeah, Christian's the big return.
Yes. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully we got new NXT guys up, which would be nice. Brings new, fresh air to the new year.
Hopefully Miz will get released.
I hope so too.
Sent to TNA.
Ouch! Wow, is that how much you buried?
Or
Ring
of Poopy.
Ring of Poopy.
Yeah, he belongs there.
Oh no, my God, they hate him at Ring of Poopy.
Oh, good.
He'll really get booed. Next we get Jericho versus Cesaro. Unfortunately, Cesaro did not get an entrance.
Didn't even get an entrance. Look.
I
love this. I love this.
Man is working his butt off, and this is how you treat him.
Yep.
But I understand it's Cesaro's doing what he's told. As we feel differently about it. I'm a huge mark for Cesaro. I pretty much, like I said, if you want to go by wrestling wise, it's Bryan, him, Jericho, Punk right now. I would say so. By clear, Ziggler you could throw in there. Those are the top 5 right now.
Titus O'Neil.
What?
Titus O'Neil.
What? I'm a fan of his, but come on, man. You can throw him on the list. This match was okay. I thought they could have gone a little bit longer. But Jericho got the win. This is not looking good for the U.S. champion, the way they're treating him right now, which I don't like. We had an interruption from Fandango.
Yep.
Another thing I liked about him was grading the moves of Jericho. When he did a move, he'd grade it, so it'd be like a 3 or a 2, which I thought was pretty funny. But he still sucks. Anyway, another You Can't Wrestle chant broke out again.
Which makes no sense.
I don't get it. It's
going to be one of those things that the fans have no idea what they're chanting. They don't know the meaning behind it.
Unless they've seen him wrestle as Johnny Curtis, because we all know who he is.
Well, if that's the case, then they're even bigger idiots, because he can wrestle.
Well, have you seen him wrestle?
Yeah. Yeah, he was on, was that one of, I'm trying to remember which season of NXT he won. I think it was season 4.
Okay.
Season 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to say he's the best, but he can wrestle, absolutely.
Okay. Like I said, I still don't get why they're chanting it.
They chant, You Can't Wrestle to Fandango.
I mean, at least chant it to Cena or something, That would make the most sense out of it, but now that I don't get it, because he hasn't wrestled yet, give the guy, he's wrestling at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a 20-second match, which I will kind of laugh because I predicted it. But hopefully they give him time and Jericho wins, because I don't think Jericho is losing. Because the way they're treating Jericho right now is a little ridiculous. Why he's going against Fandango where he should be up against like Wade Barrett or going for the title. Well, you can't put him in a title because it's Rock and Cena.
Yep.
You can't put him in a World Heavyweight title because it's Swagger and Dario. So his hands are tied, but he's still part of WrestleMania, and I guess you just have to go with the flow. Next we get the main event. A Divas match again.
A Divas match. The last match of the night.
Cameron Naomi versus the Bella Twins.
Bella Twins, Nikki and Brie.
And this was
of course, their respective tag teams in the corner. All right, and this was
surprisingly good.
It was pretty good. With Divas matches, you're always going to get not a slop fest, but you will get.
They're
not as clean. They're not as clean as. I'm not going to use the piss break joke because this was good.
No, it was. That's why like normally people would say this would be their piss break, and it wasn't. I enjoyed this match.
Some good spots.
Yeah.
Obviously, Naomi would probably, well, definitely, is the most talented
Yes.
diva of that group. It's going to be interesting to see how long she stays the Funkadactyl. But yeah, this match got more time than I thought it would.
It did.
It was placed in
More time.
a place that I didn't think it would be put in.
Main event.
And it didn't, it wasn't bad. It got a pretty good crowd reaction.
Yes, it did.
So,
Bella Twins ended up winning.
Both teams did a good job. Bella Twins did end up winning.
Well, it was quite interesting, though, as the beginning, they come out to their dancing, and they finish their dancing, and they stop. All of a sudden, they're dancing again.
Yeah.
What?
After the commercial break?
Yeah, after the commercial break, they started dancing again. I'm like, wow, they had nothing to do, so they continued to dance. Because I thought, okay, what they should have done was dance, continue to dance, and then go to commercial and come back to them dancing, then end it.
Yeah.
That would have been much better.
What's possible is that, at these live shows, they'll do some stuff during commercial breaks. So maybe what they did was they called out a few kids to dance with them in the ring, and then they went back to the seats and then came back to the show. So.
Next, we get now Undertaker.
Undertaker eviscerates CM Punk. That's what we saw all night before every commercial break.
Night long. That's the thing they cut. That's the thing they showed the most.
Yes. Even more than Roxina.
Yeah, my God.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. They showed that more than Rock and Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Undertaker comes out, says, talks about Punk's historic title reign, over 400 days. It's 434 days. Get it right, Taker.
He said over 400.
Blah blah blah. Get your facts straight.
No, he did get it. It is over 400.
It's over 400 days, but
if he would have said
over, to the point.
He doesn't have to. He's the Undertaker. He doesn't need to do anything.
I want straight facts from the Undertaker.
Undertaker he's never had to go in.
Well, now he has to because he's a big baby.
Oh well, big baby Taker, right?
Cuckoo caca. But the pain is coming to him at Mania. He says he's gonna kill him or something like that in those terms. He's gonna beat the living crap out of him. Then something interesting happens where the Druids come out.
Yep.
Very weird. Undertaker, I guess, did not expect this.
No, he did not.
As he was entering.
Because it started while he was in the ring cutting a promo.
Yes.
So the Druids came out.
And this it lasted a little longer than I expected because I thought someone would pop out, but it kept going.
Yeah, and everybody knew that CM Punk was one of the Druids.
Yes, I guess that right off the bat. But then we get to hear this. Oh yes! I was like, wow, who did that? And it was
Paul
Heyman Bearer.
It was a recording, and it was Paul Heyman dressed as Paul Bearer. He had the suit, he had the makeup, and all that stuff.
It's a pretty good Paul Bearer.
They did a pretty good job, and Undertaker got
pissed.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go baby and say like, Undertaker get a little angry. He got upset. He went out, was gonna go after him. Then he realized CM Punk was probably one of the Druids. At this point, he was already surrounded by Druids. Though he hit one, they all started running away. One attacked Undertaker. Obviously, that's Punk. And for some reason, gets the upper hand.
Yep. And beats him down with the urn.
And then tries to build a sandcastle with the Undertaker. But he didn't have enough sand. That's the thing.
Yes, poor sand.
Because apparently it wasn't filled with enough sand.
I want to go. See, this is the problem. We understand what they were doing. It's supposed to be ashes, but at one time you had the green gook.
Yeah.
You had the smoke. How do you go from that to sand?
What I don't understand is the urn itself. Is that supposed to be the urn they've been carrying around all the time? Or is that supposed to be the urn of Paul Bearer's remains?
I don't know.
Just give us some sort of substance. I would like to know what you're trying to do here.
My favorite urn was the huge one in 1995.
Was that the one with the light came out of? Okay.
That's the light. That's the one with the light. And when Ted DiBiase melted it for gold, which I loved.
That was hysterical.
He melted it for gold.
All this did, it didn't really add to the storyline. I guess it depends on who you are, how you see that type of action. For me, all this did was confirm that Undertaker's going to win at WrestleMania.
A lot of Punk chants and a lot of Undertaker chants.
Yeah. No, you gotta expect this. You gotta expect this because There is a lot of respect for the Undertaker, but
There's a lot of respect for Punk.
is a lot of excitement for Punk, what he brings to the table. And obviously, what we got to talk about is this segment's the effect it has on people.
Yes.
You know,
someone
obviously
posted,
it's controversial.
it is.
Makes sense. You can't ignore it. You were saying someone posted?
Yeah, someone posted. The King of the Smarks actually. He said, I'm going to say this. I do not find that Raw segment offensive. I saw why the heart attack angle was offensive to people, but to me, that was just weird. It didn't add anything to the storyline, nor did it get any more excited.
Okay. The only thing I'll agree with there is it was weird.
It is.
It didn't add to anything. All it's doing is trying to get more heat for Punk.
Yes.
That's all it's trying to do. The weirdest part of it was why was there sand in the urn?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's
why was there sand? They were building a sand
for the rest of it, I don't agree. I understand when he's saying that he didn't find it offensive, but if there's anyone out there who can't understand why other people find it offensive, you're an idiot.
Yes.
You have to understand. I don't care about permission. I don't care. There are going to be people out there who see this and say that's offensive. And the most common argument is, "Ooh, Attitude Era fans want the Attitude Era back, but then they can't take this." All right. Well, you know what? Not everyone's an Attitude Era fan.
Yeah.
Okay. Not everyone who finds this offensive was watching the Attitude Era. Okay. I'm trying to remember if anyone made a storyline out of Owen Hart's death.
Yeah.
Was that made into a storyline?
No.
Okay. Well, that was what was that then? Was that not Attitude Era?
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost.
So at this point, I'm trying to. I can't for the life of me think of a feud where the Attitude Era used a legitimate death to further a storyline. Was Brian Pillman's death turned into a storyline?
No.
Okay. So where's this argument coming from? Where's this argument that the Attitude Era regularly made storylines out of legitimate deaths?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Okay. Another thing I'd like to point out is, how is the heart attack angle more offensive than a death storyline?
You're right.
Explain that to me, because
Well,
Jerry the King Lawler himself was the one who had the heart attack,
Yeah.
and he himself signed off on it.
He did.
Okay? Paul Bearer didn't sign off on this. You could say his family did.
His family did.
Okay? But that doesn't automatically mean it's called for now.
Yes.
Okay? Because let me tell you something. I found an interesting tweet from Michael Moody, the son of Paul Bearer.
Really?
Quote, "If anyone is wondering, yes, WWE did come to us wanting approval for tonight's storyline. The way it was presented to us was okay. Seeing it on screen was a different story. I don't even know what to say." Unquote. Well, that's from his son.
I don't know.
Okay? And what I'm sick of it, one thing that really upsets me is how WWE has this joke of a creative staff
It is a joke.
who throws together this CM Punk Undertaker without any storyline whatsoever.
There is no story.
They
A lot
have
of people
nothing to build off of.
They have nothing. It
And
was
then
4 weeks.
something like this happens. They said, "Oh, well, let's use this." You know what I want then? I want WWE Creative to be stripped of any pay involving this storyline. Because they did not do anything.
No, they didn't.
You know who's the only one who did something for this storyline? Paul Bearer, by dying.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what he did.
That's what a lot of people...
He's the one who's making this storyline. And I cannot believe that the WWE just even crossed their mind to approach them about this. Again, I'm not someone who gets offended easily. I was not necessarily offended by this.
Yes.
I wasn't offended by this. I really wasn't. What upsets me, though, is when people start giving, "Oh, this is great now because of CM Punk or The Undertaker or because of Paul Heyman. Oh, creative has finally done something right." No, they're not. No, they're not. This is not attributed to any of them. Paul Bearer dying is what's making this an interesting storyline. And it's sad that they had to resort to using someone's actual death to make it watchable.
There's one. I'm just reading something right now. How where is it? I just gotta find it. Give me a second. How a lot of people did enjoy Paul, like the "oh yes" and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was kind of funny. I didn't mind that.
Mm-hmm.
I just gotta find it.
See, I don't mind that either. Look, like I said, I didn't find this segment offensive to me. Okay?
Oh, here it is.
But I can understand why other people might find it offensive.
Someone,
I'm not going to go out, I'm not going to be a complete dick and say, oh, well, I don't know why people find this offensive.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that, because you know damn well why people would find it offensive.
Of course. Now, so someone says CM Punk is an idiot, typical crap, always getting the cheapest way to get over. Well, how else are you going to get over? You have to go for the cheap stuff.
Well, first
What
of all,
else is he gonna do?
First of all, I can't blame this on CM Punk either.
I can't either.
If I'm not going to give him credit for this, I can't give him flack for this either, because this is all on creative. This is all on creative. Just thinking they can throw together a storyline, and then actually, you know, I don't want to put this any other. There really isn't any other way to put this. Creative getting a break by Paul Bearer dying.
Oh, it's Paul Bearer. Like I said.
And this it really is. I can't attribute this to anyone. I could attribute it maybe to Paul Bear's family for letting it for signing off on it. Definitely. But again, look at the situation they were put in.
I know.
Because then, if Paul Bearer's family doesn't sign off on this, you know what happens? The storyline sucks, and the Smarks say, "Oh, well, Paul Bearer's family are being dicks. They should just let it happen."
No.
Because apparently, you know, Smarks know everything that should be going on in the WWE. And I can guarantee you, if Paul Bearer's family had not signed off on this, if they didn't want Paul Bearer's death to be used, Smarks would be criticizing.
Like I said, it'd be interesting if that didn't happen, where the storyline would be at now.
It would be a load of garbage.
Oh, it would be.
I still think I know exactly what it would be. It would just be the same stupid back and forth that always goes on in these Undertaker, whoever, WrestleMania storylines.
I know. The only thing I do like about it, we're seeing a different side of Taker, where normally he gets the edge. Mm-hmm. Now it's Punk who has all the momentum, and Taker has no momentum right now. Mm-hmm. He's gotten beaten up the past 3 weeks. I mean, Undertaker got a couple of shots.
Was it 3 weeks? No. It was just this time. It was just this time. Last week, he just attacked Punk. He escaped, though.
Yeah, he escaped.
The week before that, Undertaker cut a crappy promo.
Yeah, it was
very crappy. And Undertaker and Punk dropped the urn. And then the week before that, it was the Paul Bearer appreciation, whatever.
Yes.
So no. This was the first time that Undertaker got a beat down. This storyline.
Like I said, it pretty much. Countless CM Punk is losing, even though I am a CM Punk fan. I just don't want to be there if he does lose and we get to see that.
No, like I said, this basically confirmed that the Undertaker will win.
Yeah.
Because look at all the things around this that's happening. Apparently, again, take dirt sheets for what they're worth, but there are rumors of CM Punk wanting to take some time off after WrestleMania. So I'd figure they're going to use this in a way where The Undertaker finally does get his hands on CM Punk at WrestleMania. He wins it, the streak keeps going, and he beats CM Punk to the point where Punk, kayfabe, can't return to the ring for a while.
Now see, I just want to get back to Rock and Cena real quick. Mm. Someone's stealing my idea. How The Rock should win at WrestleMania, causing Cena to snap, to turn heel, and he wins at Extreme Rules.
Well, if The Rock wins, that's what you have to do.
Exactly. There's no other way. There's no other way.
So it's either... there's no other way in terms of... There's no other way to have a good storyline come out of this.
And there's a couple of good... there's actually a funny one with the urn, how it was Nesquik mix.
Oh, is that what it was? Yeah. No, but I've drank Nesquik mix for a long time. It's darker.
Yeah, right.
This was sand.
God knows where the Punk storyline would be if Paul Bearer hadn't passed. Mm-hmm. It's pretty much you have to thank him for this, because if he didn't pass, this storyline would be crap.
It would be like you know what the storyline would be like? Triple H for Undertaker 1, 2.
Yeah.
The one a couple years ago, before WrestleMania 27, that's what it would be like. Okay. A piss poor storyline that makes no sense. Why are these two going at it? I don't know. Just to give Undertaker a match at WrestleMania.
Yes.
And just to give CM Punk a match at WrestleMania. That's all.
Now that we do have that pretty much ended Raw. It was an okay Raw going into WrestleMania. Figured it'd be a little bit better.
Usually they are better.
Yeah.
Kind of disappointing, but yeah.
Very disappointing. We have our final card. It's finally official. It's the final card for WrestleMania. Go through it real quick. The pre-show is Wade Barrett versus The Miz being interactive. We'll start with the bottom stuff. Brodus Clay, Tensai Cameron, and Naomi versus Cody Rhodes, Damian Sandow, and the Bell Twins. Fandango versus Jericho, Ryback versus Mark Henry. The Super Friends versus The Shield.
They're not the Super Friends. Big Show's not a superhero.
Yes, he is. He's the Hulk.
Not. No, he's not.
He's the Hulk.
Oh, gosh. All right, fine. Use the Super Friends.
It makes sense. Come on, he looks like the Hulk.
Well,
so he can still.
He does not look like the Hulk.
I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
Punk versus The Undertaker, no holds barred with Triple H's career on the line. Lesnar versus Triple H. Shawn Michaels will be in Triple H's corner. The tag titles will be on the line. Dolph Ziggler and Big E Butt Cheeks versus Kane and Daniel Bryan. World Heavyweight title on the line. Jack Swagger versus Del Rio. Obviously, everything's up. Coulter's going to be in the corner, and so will be Ricardo Rodriguez in the other. And most likely our main event of the evening, Cena versus The Rock.
Yep. Interesting. I guess they just abandoned AJ and Caitlyn.
Yeah, right? Out of nowhere.
It seemed like Raw, they got into something. SmackDown, they got into something.
And then nothing.
And it's nothing.
They laughed at us.
Unless they make the match at on SmackDown?
No, not even.
Not even, right?
We'll get to that in a bit. They did do SmackDown tapings and stuff like that on Raw. Press release happened yesterday that WrestleMania takes over New York and New Jersey.
Right.
If you're at the Empire State Building April 2nd, which is today, you can go see Alberto Del Rio and Ricardo Rodriguez. They will pose for pictures on top of the Empire State Building.
Nice.
Not too shabby. There will be a military meet and greet April 3rd. WWE superstars and divas will sign autographs and take photos. Same thing, April 3rd, Children's Hospital visit. WWE superstars will go to St. Mary's Hospital in Bayside. Same thing, there'll actually be WWE superstars going to Hackensack University Medical Center.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
When is this?
April 3rd.
Tomorrow.
Yep. And a lot of people will be going. Same thing, superstars will go to Morgan Stanley's Children's Hospital in New York City. Also, we have the WrestleMania 29 press conference, which is Thursday, April 4th at the Radio City Music Hall.
Okay.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson and pretty much Cena will face-to-face, stuff like that.
All right.
Also, that Thursday is the Superstars for Sandy Relief. There's a big party with Vince McMahon and P. Diddy. How you get into the party? I think you have to pay a certain amount of money to get in. There's also an online auction, the Venivit, the Sandy Relief. Yay! You have the Be a Star bullying campaign again. April 4th and April 5th. All in New York, and there's going to be one at the Izod Center with access. It's Friday night, I believe. Also, you have WrestleMania access Thursday through Sunday. I'll be going to the Thursday one. The NYCE closing bell. Cena will be there Friday, April 5th.
Okay.
For the New York Stock Exchange to ring the bell. Yay! We have the WrestleMania Reading Challenge. That is April 5th and April 6th. Thomas G. Connors Elementary School in Hoboken. Hoboken got it. So congrats to them. They get to meet, who knows? Most likely either R-Truth or
Jinder Mahal.
Jinder Mahal. Now, next we have the Make-A-Wish Pizza Party. As I said, John Cena, Santino Marella, and R-Truth will host it. And you have the Hall of Fame on April 6th. And on April 7th, they'll have the lighting for the Empire State Building will be yellow and blue.
Okay.
And then our final is WrestleMania 29 at 7 o'clock. More than 80,000 people are going to be there. It's going to be crazy. But you can order it now. You can watch it on Xbox 360, on your mobile phones, iPhones, iPad, and stuff like that. So, well, like I said, who really wants to watch it on an iPad?
Yeah, right.
You know? When you want to discuss our picks for this week.
Yeah, that's right. Once we get Rob here, I guess.
Yeah, maybe we'll do it. Want to do it Friday?
Yeah, we could possibly do it Friday.
Quickly, Oh, that's right, SmackDown. Not too much happening on SmackDown.
Yeah.
It is a very short,
pathetic edition.
It's very pathetic, but it'll be going back and forth to Access, as we know.
Yeah.
Main event, really quick. The Miz, this might upset you, defeated Darren Young and Titus O'Neil in a handicap match.
That's a joke. That's why I'm not even going to turn into this one.
Wade Barrett was on commentary on Superstars. Ray Kelly defeats JTG. On Saturday Morning Slam, Kofi Kingston defeated Justin Gabriel. Well, there goes his push. On SmackDown, Ryback defeated Epico and Primo in a handicap match. Team Road Scholars and Bell Twins came out dressed as Tons of Funk and the Funkadactyls.
Nice.
Okay, that seems pretty funny. They are interrupted by the Real Group, and they all brawl in the ring. Team Rhodes and the Bells retreat. And Jack Swagger defeated Kofi Kingston.
That's it.
That's it.
Interesting.
Yeah, not that much big happens in SmackDown, but
pointless.
It's understandable because it is WrestleMania week.
Yeah, nobody watches it anyway.
Exactly. Like I said, a lot of people are doing other things, like Access and stuff like that. We saw the photo of Del Rio we talked about before. We have a Sin Cara update. Let's see. Sin Cara was in attendance last night for WWE Raw in Washington. He is cleared to wrestle. Sin Cara posted a photo during Raw. They indicated he was watching the show from the crowd.
Oh, was he? Obviously without the mask, I guess.
Good question. WWE has big plans for the 1 hour wrestling.
Oh no, he could have been in the crowd with the mask.
Yeah.
He'd still pass off for a fan.
Oh, definitely. Pre-show is going to be 1 hour this year. The plan is to make it very interactive as a test run for things they are interested in doing with the WWE Network.
Any idea when the pre-show starts?
Most likely 6 o'clock. Gates open at 4:30.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much, that's it for, like, wrestling news, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're now just 5 days away.
Indeed we are.
It's crazy how close it's becoming. Also, WWE touts a social media activation for WrestleMania 29. Linda McMahon joined Twitter. Vince McMahon joined Twitter.
Oh boy. What I'm looking forward to is them tweeting Dixie Carter.
Oh God, that's kind of
A
funny.
real Dixie Carter tweet. Oh boy, I cannot wait to see how many ex-WWE superstars tweet Vince McMahon.
You're right. Also, we have. I guess Vince is revealing something big on Friday. So tune into that.
Well, in the press conference?
Yes.
Right.
Oh no, Friday. He's just I guess something he's doing on SmackDown, or something. He tweeted something.
Okay.
I missed the tweet.
You know what that is? That's the Caitlyn AJ match.
Yes. Rock has a new mobile game.
The People's app.
Yes, the People's app. Check it out. Yeah, it's oh wait, we have new WWE T-shirts.
Oh wait, well, before we do that,
we have a new Darren Young and Titus O'Neil T-shirt.
A primetime.
Yes, yes, there it is.
Oh my goodness. Oh boy, a primetime players T-shirt.
I might have to get that. That looks pretty cool.
Know your worth. Oh boy.
It's the whistle and the.
It's the whistle and the comb.
Yes, I like it.
And it's blue and purple.
And it's millions of dollars on the back too.
Does it say that?
Yes, millions of dollars.
Nice.
Primetime players. I might have to get that shirt now.
We did notice also last night that what's the Rock's movie coming out with Mark Wahlberg?
Oh, Pain and Gain.
All right. There's another wrestler featured in that movie.
Kurt Angle.
Yes.
I was shocked.
Yeah,
I like it.
Pretty amazing.
So I will definitely be seeing that because of Kurt Angle.
Absolutely.
Not The Rock, not Mark Wahlberg. The Rock. I mean, Kurt Angle.
Indeed, yes.
That's why I will be seeing that. Yeah, that's gonna pretty much do it. We did have for wrestling, baseball.
Yep.
Sorry about the Yankees.
Not to be sorry. It's the first game of the year. CC stank up the joint.
They got their asses whooped.
Well, yeah, they did. They stunk up the joint. Cervelli looked good.
Ooh.
You know, well, it's a big deal. I mean, we were wondering who our catcher was going to be. Russell Martin didn't do anything for us last year. The guy just got to work on his defense. He looked okay yesterday. Yeah. I mean, we need these guys back. Granderson Oh, not really Teixeira, because we all know he just hits into double plays. But
Okay.
that's about it.
Mets ended up winning big 11-2. Colin Cowgill, grand slam. The first grand slam hit at opening day. Todd Hundley did it in 1996. He's I think the second player to do it.
Okay.
Good pitching by Nice. Went 6 2/3 innings. He was upset that he got taken out.
Okay.
I would have been pretty much upset as well, because he had that groove going.
Mm-hmm.
And winning 11-2. David Wright was impressive. John Nice with 2 hits and an RBI.
Yeah.
So hopefully they can bring this momentum onto Wednesday. They play at 7 o'clock against San Diego. The only thing I'm worried about is they scored too many runs. It's like hockey. The Rangers can score 5 goals in one game and then come back and score none. You know, it's that momentum. Now, they scored 11 runs. Can they score more runs? You know, I don't want to see like 2 runs, 3 runs. You know, you showed you can score 11 runs.
Yeah.
You know, keep doing that or score 7, 8 runs. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I believe Matt Harvey is up next for the Mets, and yeah, that's I don't know who's pitching for the Yankees. Do you know?
Kuroda might be coming up.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just a pathetic showing from CC. Considering all the scrubs on the Red Sox starting lineup.
That is true.
Pretty sad. I know Pedroia had an RBI, but that's just Pedroia being Pedroia. He's always great.
I did watch a little bit. I was going back and forth between it because I was at my friend's house watching both games.
Mm-hmm.
There was one play, I think it was Cano who made the error with bases loaded, and I pretty much opened the game up.
Yeah, that'll do that.
That pretty much did it. That was the final nail in the coffin, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could have got one out. You know, that run scores, like, you're kind of still in it, but now that 2 runs...
You know, Cano's a good hitter, but he has to remember that he has to play both sides of the field.
Also,
and usually he's really good, but, I mean, there's just some of these plays where he looks like he half-asses it.
Yes.
And eventually he does pull an error out, so...
I did see, and I noticed Bryce Harper, I just want to put that 2 home runs opening day. Wow. Impressive. And he hit one on his second pitch.
Yep.
That's impressive. It's gonna be fun watching him, I think, throughout the year. So, also a lot of players looked flat yesterday, like not ready to play.
Yeah.
Going towards San Diego on this because they were flat most of the game. So, I think that's gonna do it. Right? I think we covered pretty much everything.
Yeah.
You know, we'll have our
not
picks.
really much to talk about, I guess.
Yeah. There's not really much happened on Raw. New T-shirts out first. Also, Del Rio has a new shirt too.
So you're telling me 3MB still doesn't have a shirt?
No, 3MB does not have a shirt.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry. And that Raw was sold out last night. It was actually legitimate. 16,733 fans were announced.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we're going strong into WrestleMania. I'm going Access Thursday, and hopefully we'll do other things Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday leading up to WrestleMania. So.
Yep. Sounds good.
Yep, we'll have more of
It'll
Rob.
pick up.
It's going to pick up quickly, so Rob will be here tomorrow. You're a question mark?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's going to do it for today. I'm John.
This is Ant.
Take care, guys.